Hello, Lock and Load 2016. How are you guys doing tonight? That's pretty good, actually. I don't even have to make you do that again. I'm Will Schick. I'm the Executive Director of Business for Privateer Press, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the Privateer Press 2016 Keynote. We've got a couple of videos for you guys to watch, but I know that there's some other things happening after the keynote that everyone here is probably pretty excited for. So I promise that we're not going to keep you super long, but we do have some very cool things to show you, and I hope that you guys all enjoy the work that went into the video. I'd just like to give a quick round of applause to Tony Konachek, who helped us put together the videos you're about to see. In addition to Lyle Lowry making sure that all of the live streaming went off without a hitch this weekend, he also makes everything look good for us. So with that out of the way, I believe we are ready to get this keynote rolling. So folks, here you go, the future after all new editions.
War Machine and Hordes have always been very tied into the world of the Iron Kingdoms and the stories that evolve from that. And one of the big things with theme forces is the fact that theme forces really derive out of the core faction identities, these fundamental pillars that make up what is Signar, what is Khador, what is Legion of Everblight.
So in War Machine and Hordes, a theme force is a thematic army from one of the factions, a sub-theme that we explore, such as Man-O-Wars in Khador or Trenchers within Signar. When you play a theme force, you're given a restriction of models that you can take that match that theme, and in return, you get a list of benefits. You don't have different tiers where you have to meet a certain requirement of models to get a certain benefit. You get access to all the benefits at once as soon as you were playing that theme force. From the Savage Tharn of Sorkal Orboros, to the Honorable Knight Exemplar of the Protectorate.
You like Trenchers? We've got a whole Trencher army for you. You like Army of the Western Reaches? We've got that too.
There's going to be a variety of books released for every single faction, starting with the command books, which are the primary look at each faction, and then theme force books, which explore very specific narrative and thematic elements of each faction.
The command books are going to gather together all of your warcasters from your faction or your warlocks from your faction, along with all the war beasts and warjacks, and then some like support units, so you get maybe like mechanics or choir in there.
And those will really be the foundation from which everything else will be built.
And then from there, we go to our theme force books, which are really going to let you dig down into some real thematic stuff. So you can get some like trenchers in there or build a blighted Ogren army, right?
For example, the Man-O-War theme force book. Inside of it, you're going to have a deep look at the organization and structure of Man-O-War, how they go to war, notable characters from the Man-O-War. Additionally, you're going to have all the model entries that could possibly work for that theme force, as well as the rules to run that theme force, and brand new models made just for that theme force.
The theme force books are also going to have some very cool and inspirational hobby content. We really want to show people that they can take these armies and make them their own.
The core factions will all receive a command book, but not all factions will. Mercenaries and minions, for example, will be explored only through theme force books. Without the contract and pack system in place anymore, we can really get deep into these sub-themes and give them their own fully fleshed out book.
Our goal is to make sure that all of the models in those books are out within a couple months of the book's release. We don't want you to wait anymore. We want these forces to be ready to go and playable right away.
You can see what you like, you can grab your models off the shelf, you can update War Room with the new cards, and bam, you've got your army. It's ready to assemble, paint, play. It's all there, all in one go.
One of the biggest cornerstones that we wanted out of the new edition was to give you more options, to give you more ways to express the game, whether it was through how you build your armies, how you play on the tabletop, how you paint and construct your armies. This edition is really about you and the way you want to experience.
If you want to choose within all the models for your faction and sort of mix and match and make your own force, go crazy. But if you have a specific look within the faction that you think looks amazing and you want to get a benefit for playing an army that matches that, theme forces give you the opportunity to play those thematic armies.
And that really, to me, is super exciting because now we can have these very thematic releases that build upon each other and work together, and you don't have to wait to get that stuff into your hands and to start playing with it.
land was first turned for the bounty it had grown, stood fast one truth that all mortal men know. Choose ye wrong or choose right, feed ye darkness or light. At the end of your days, you shall reap what you sow.
That's why they call it a tease, folks. All right, so hopefully that'll give you some stuff to ponder and think about, and also to chat about on the forums and through social media. Trust me when I say we've been testing this stuff for a while, and it is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to being able to talk more as we get closer to Lock and Load 2017. However, we have something really big and important to do right now that everyone's been waiting for several months, and everybody at the office has been waiting for about 3 years now. And in order to do that, I'm going to call up Privateer Press Chief Creative Officer Matthew D. Wilson. Can you come on up?
I don't talk good like Will, so I'm going to keep it short. But first, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. It means so much to us. We get to do this because of you guys, and we couldn't be more grateful. I was reminded just right before coming up here that this is actually officially the biggest, most important night in the history of Privateer Press, and we are very happy to be sharing it with you. So what I'm going to do is, in a moment, I am going to tell you guys how you're going to get your stuff. And but before that, we thought it might be good for you to have something to do. We're going to try and keep all the lines short. We've got a plan tonight. But there will be just a little bit of wait as you're lined up to get your stuff. And so maybe you might want something to do if you guys have your smartphones or tablets on you. And so to tell you about that, I am going to introduce Lane Daughtry from Tinkerhouse Games.
Hey, everybody. So I won't be long at all because I know everybody wants to get to this. But I wanted to say in October 2014, which was about a year and a half ago, we actually started a pretty big project, which was ripping down War Room and rebuilding it from the ground up to be something that was closer to what I think we all probably wanted in the first place. We spent a lot of time doing that, and actually we spent a lot of time with you guys, taking feedback from you, getting your testing in, and having you help build the product. Is there anybody out here that helped tested it? Was anybody beta testers? That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, so why draw it out any further? Do you guys want to get the stuff? You want in War Room? Wait for it. I said I was going to do this live on stage for drama because what could go wrong? It's done. And I don't know how to get your actual boxes, so I'm going to get off stage and let them tell you that. Thanks, guys.
All right. Everybody's got their yellow slips, right? Let's see them. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start at number 1. We're going to call you. You come up. We'll give you your stuff. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so we have 9 distribution centers around the building, all on this floor. Each one has 100 pre-orders at it. I'm going to tell you where they are. We're hoping that we can do this orderly, since you're all scattered around, okay? So we'll start with 0 to 100. Take your slip, you walk over to the desk, and they will have your stuff for you. 0 to 100 is over in this corner right here. He's holding up a sign. We'll give them just a moment to move. All right, just to mix it up, I'm going to do 501 to 600, okay? That is out the main doors and just to your left by Gullen. All right. 101 to 200 is straight back. Straight back in the middle. .401 to 500 will be right here in this corner, immediately on my right. .801 to 900 is right out the right main doors and right on your left. 201 to 300 is in the far corner, right next to the end of the Iron Arena table. .601 to 700 is straight out the main doors and on the opposite wall. Who didn't I call yet? 300. There's no 300. Sorry. No, 201 to 300 is the end of the Iron Arena table. 301 to 400 is the other end of the Iron Arena table. They're all holding up the signs. Did we forget anybody? 701 to 800, out the main doors, out the left side main doors, and then immediately on your right. All right. If anybody has a problem with their pre-order, we have a desk set up behind the Man-O-War, and they will take care of you very quickly. Thanks, everybody.